thought for the day. My sentiments exactly. At Homeboy, we think that we grow more by subtraction rather than addition. More by unlearning than learning. And here at Homeboy, we help each other shed things rather than collect things. And we recognize that transformation is not a destination, but it's a process. It's lifelong and it's forever. And so we try to help each other not to cling to things. It's a little bit about letting go. So, so here you'll be introduced to your own story. And then you'll come to discover that, in fact, you're the hero of your own story. Or as a homie said to me once, wow, I always thought I was the villain of my own story. And so we get to another way of unlearning things and of shedding things and of subtracting things. Or a homie said to me once, all I ever wanted to be was the biggest, baddest drug dealer around and the biggest, baddest gang member around. And then he looks at me and he says, I was disguised as that guy. Subtraction, unlearning, shedding things. I know a homie named Sergio who worked here for a time, and then he moved on to a bomb-ass job, and he's been there now for 15 years. So for 15 years he's been working there. In fact, a number of years ago he was able to buy a house, a little humble, simple house. But so he invited me to bless it, and it was a Sunday, and he kind of turned it into a party, kind of barbecue in the backyard, all his relatives, and so he and I walked through the house, and I had a little bowl of water and a little sprig, and like a branch, and he would introduce the rooms to me. Well, this is the garage, okay, and this is the kitchen, and this is the baño. He says, bless it, G, para que todo salga bien. He said, so that everything comes out okay. I did an exorcism in that version. Then he takes me to the master bedroom, and I've never seen anything like this. There was one piece of furniture in the whole bedroom, and that was the bed. And I don't know how they got it in, the big king-size bed. It just snugly fit in. No end tables, no lamps, no chest of drawers. That was it, just the bed. You could open the door, but kind of barely, and we stood staring at the bed. And he points to the bed and he said, and here is where the magic does not happen. We died laughing. So a couple of years ago I did his daughter's quinceañera mass, and I baptized her when she was born. And I watched as she took the flowers over to La Virgen Guadalupe, and she knelt before, and she stayed there for a long time, and I looked at Sergio and his wife, and they're just sobbing, they're sobbing. And I know that part of what's going on there, that he recognizes that his 15-year-old daughter is the exact age that he was when both his parents died. He said to me once, I would not have wished my childhood on my worst enemy. And so, he subtracted from his life his neighborhood. He doesn't care about his barrio, he cares about his kids calling him daddy. And he has unlearned things, like he used to think courage was throwing down with somebody or packing a cuete. And he unlearned that. And he shed, once and for all, this notion that he was a victim. And he's moved straight ahead, choosing to walk in his own footsteps. And so we subtract and we unlearn and we shed things, recognizing that transformation is not a destination, it's a lifelong process. But the essential healing of it begins right here. So let's begin all over again today. Gabriel Lopez, please lead us in a prayer.